Watch this.
Cool. Yep, I'm done too. Wow. I'm upset. I'm so upset. Jason's flipping him off, rightfully so.
What you just saw was one of Vic Smash's most famous moments, the Deer Park incident. And here, watch the second incident.
He's throwing everything in the kitchen sink at him right now. Like, he does not care.
This apple?
He'll do
He's got
whatever
no
he needs to
mana.
win.
He's got no mana. You have no mana! Oh! He's done it! He's done it! Oh no!
That's Easy Call, one of the best hero players in Australia, and a big part of two of the biggest moments from the topic of today's discussion, Super Sunshine Smash. I want to do something fun. I want to talk about my favourite event to attend. Everyone's got a reason for their favourite event they regularly attend, whether that be a weekly or a monthly. There's something that's always going to draw you in. I'm going to talk about Super Sunshine Smash, not only my favourite monthly, but my favourite event to attend. I'm going to take you through a bit of history, my favourite moments, what makes the event special, and I'm of course going to remind you to attend your events. Come along. So a bit of background on this event and how Vic Smash works. For those who can't pick up on it, or don't know yet, I'm from the Australian Smash scene, and in particular, my region is Victoria. The event of Super Sunshine Smash is a Sunday monthly, which typically happens somewhere in the middle of the month. This is to avoid clashing with our other monthly, which happens on the first Saturday of the month, the Couch Warriors Ranked Battles, often shortened to Ranbat. So Super Sunshine Smash occurs on Sundays in the West at a place called Deer Park. It's held at a large venue pretty common in Australia. This one is the Deer Park Club. Usually a great place to go out for lunch, or if you've just been to the bowling club next door. For Smashers specifically, there's a hireable room for use. The event is organised by one of the scene's most dedicated members, coming out of the West, Master of Disaster, or often just shortened to Mod. Mod began running Super Sunshine Smash in 2021, with the first event being Super Sunshine Smash 1 on the 10th of January 2021, with 64 players in attendance. While the events haven't been numbered since Super Sunshine Smash 10 in May of 2022, the event has occurred 21 times and has had as many as 85 players in attendance. The event has featured 9 unique winners to this point, with Jay Dizzle being the most frequent winner with 5 wins to his name. Both interstate and international players have competed at this event. The event really is a cornerstone of post-quarantine Smash in Victoria. As Victoria entered in and out of lockdowns between 2020 and 2021, the landscape of Smash Ultimate changed. While Monday Local Pixel still goes strong with over 200 events to this date, and Ranbat is always there on the first Saturday of the month, some were forgotten. Tuesday Local, Eastern Burb Smash, and Thursday Local Sunshine Smash went away near the end of 2022, as their attendance wasn't there. Even the flashy new post-quarantine local Temple has seen changes from a Saturday event to a Friday event for all ages to now a Wednesday event that's only for competitors who are over 18. The Deer Park venue even held a temporary local in early 2023 to give young Smashers an event with the introduction of Wild West Fridays. Now with the addition of Collingwood Friday Local, the stomping ground, it seems Victoria has a consistent rotation of locals again, with Pixel, Temple, TSG, Ranbat, and of course, the pillar of post-quarantine Smash, Super Sunshine Smash. It's always there to bring in new and familiar faces for a good time, with some food there to keep attendees happy. Now we've gone into some background, let's talk about what's happened at this event. It's not a RavSav video if I don't do a bit of background and context, and it's certainly not a RavSav video if I don't have some interaction with the people. I asked for some favourite moments from the event's history, as well as why they enjoy attending. Let's take a look. Beefy said, January Super Sunshine, Necro vs Peter in Amis, Game 3. Really, I've mentioned this set before, but it's such a banger. Please watch it. Zach has mentioned the time that both he and Dee prepared for Grands by separately grinding Kazuya combos.
Bradley, what are you up to?
I'll kill you where you stand.
Mexi said, it's always the post-bracket side of Super Sunshine. The hopping on comms, the friendlies, the drawing, the Mario Party, and the overpriced but legendary Palmer. Kring said, Super Sunshine was my first ever tournament, and it got me hooked. I love the event. Even if I did get stomped by my first opponent ever, that was Flo. Even if I didn't win a set, I was able to get 2 games in Amis. I can still remember almost every game that day. It was amazing. Superb Guy said, I love hopping on comms with Mexi, and I really love the vibe of everyone there. It's much more chill than the other events. Wi-Fi said, it was my first monthly, and the first time I just talked to someone freely, and felt like I'd made a real friend in the scene. Lots to pull from thanks to the others, but I'd like to highlight my own favourite moments. I'm going to have a list of 5 moments that really stand out to me as what makes Super Sunshine unique. Let's start where it would make sense. The start, of course. Super Sunshine Smash 1 was held on the 10th of January in 2021. The event featured 64 attendees. It was a big way to open up the first year after a very interrupted 2020. The top 8 was made up of Extra in first, SebPro 101 in second, Corvid in third, DD in fourth, Ray Z and Dura in fifth, and L and Ignis in seventh. Highlights of the event included a lot of unknown quantities breaking out. Just in the top 8 alone, 6 of the top 8 finishers surpassed their seed, and further down the bracket, a whopping 6 players surpassed their seed by multiple rounds. There was an uncharacteristic misstep by Jay Dizzle, who placed 9th at this event, losing to Corvid and Ray Z. Some of the standouts that would later blossom into some of Victoria's strongest players, including Dura, L, Radio, Mast, and Zav. Other highlights included big upsets by Robmain Minty 8 over Ray Z, and H-Factor over Duon. Mast, Zav, and Corvid all grabbed upsets in the losers bracket to show a strong start to 2021. Even little upsets by Easy Cole and We Toxic Few showed that there was talent blooming everywhere. It was clear that even from Event 1, Super Sunshine was a hit. Even if you're not Victorian or even Australian, you might know this one. At Super Sunshine Smash 3, on the 11th of April 2021, a magical run happened. Coming from a Wi-Fi turned offline puff by the name of Deku Meister. She was rising offline, but was still a somewhat unknown quantity. She produced the run of a lifetime, soaring above 65 of the other attendees to place second with a run through Pa-OK Legend, Naru, Dura, Mast, P9, Extra, Kami, and Didi, with only the 2 bosses to Jay Dizzle to her name, even pushing the Yink to a Game 5 in Grands. The sheer numbers behind this run showed what a little bit of momentum could do, with a +4 SPR run, picking up an upset factor 4 win over Extra in the losers quarters, and an upset factor 3 win over Didi in the losers finals. This is easily the most impressive losers run at the Deer Park venue, and was instrumental in getting Deku a PR spot at the end of the season. She was able to demonstrate the danger Puff really does present to players in a bracket, with a run no one will ever forget. I mentioned this one at the start, but it's too good to pass up mentioning again. This is Easy Cole, by far one of Victoria's most passionate and hungry players going around. The hero main is responsible for 2 of the most infamous moments in Super Sunshine history. These have been dubbed the Deer Park incidents. Incident 1 occurred at Super Sunshine Smash 5 on the 10th of July, 2021. Funnily enough, my first Super Sunshine. The set is taking place between Easy Cole and Pisky, a Diddy main. This is a losers qualifier to make it out of pools. Pisky had been upset early in pools by Yoshi main Slimboy17 and had climbed over Ravsav, that's me, and Boring Badger to get there, while Easy Cole had defeated Wolf main Homer and lost to Ike main Incy. The equation is simple. Win, reach top 32. Lose, you're out at 33rd. Seems pretty standard affair on the first stock, as Easy Cole takes the first stock, and then boom, whack happens. Easy Cole was so far ahead that it kinda didn't matter. Then, he ends game 1 with another whack. A little bit suspicious, but hey, that's hero. Game 2 is where the madness ensues. An early stock 1 upbeat causes a stage spike Pisky wasn't ready to tech. That's fine, stock 2 will be cleaned up.
With that outcome.
Or it would be if there wasn't a crit,
the crit!
At
Are you for real?
73. At this moment, you'll hear one of the commentators.
That's 0 to death.
That would be P9. Gets up
no.
and leaves the comms desk. He's had enough. And next, to add to the silliness, is Easy Cole landing a snooze and tripping on Banana. Twice! And to cap it off, we see another whack. Let's have a look at that percent. Yeah, that's 39%. That's cool. A lot of tomfoolery and not a lot of outplaying being done. That is Deer Park incident number 1. Interesting that Corvid's in the comments here. He's part of the next one. We fast forward to the next event at Deer Park. Thanks to more COVID lockdowns, Super Sunshine Smash 6 didn't end up happening until November 21st, 2021. That's fine. The people would be treated to another incident. We again meet in the losers qualifiers for top 32. This time it would be Easy Cole travelling through losers as an early loss, forced to run through the Gridian and Christian to reach this point. His opponent would be Corvid, a PT/Aegis co-main who at the time was ranked 15th. Corvid had defeated Pikachu main Merc early on before being upset by Roy main Mast. All Corvid had to do was get past Easy Cole and he could get through to where he was supposed to already be. But this is Deer Park. This is Easy Cole's domain. The set was a pretty standard affair in the opening 2 games. Corvid took the first game with a nice 2-stock on Battlefield. Easy Cole took the second game on Town with not much silliness, although fully charged Neutral B killing at 43 before hit is a bit silly. Oh wait, I forgot this.
Like, anything he hits here, he's done it. And it hits the max range!
This character is very, very silly. Game 3 seems pretty normal. We're back on Battlefield. The first 2 stocks of both players go at relatively similar percents, but just watch this ending.
Apple?
He'll do
He's got
whatever
no
he needs to
mana.
win.
He's got no mana. You have no mana! Oh! He's done it! He's done it! Oh no! What? Dude! Easy Cole! The demon of Deer Park!
Nobody does it at Deer Park like Easy Cole. You send the F smash and see what happens. That's Deer Park incident number 2. There has been no number 3, but when it's Easy Cole wielding hero, you never know when he might strike again. A truly iconic pair of stories. Leading on from the Deer Park incidents is the event. One of the incidents is tied to Super Sunshine Smash 6 is still the biggest Super Sunshine to date. Often seen as Victoria's big return out of its biggest stint of quarantine in 2021, the event brought in a whopping 85 attendees. Not only the biggest Super Sunshine, but up there with the biggest events Victoria has had post-quarantine. The event was taken home by Jay Dizzle. It wasn't all smooth sailing, however. With all but one of his sets in top 32, he would drop a game, but he did enough to claim it as Incy came 2nd, Dura in 3rd, Mast in 4th, Kami and Extra in 5th, and Ghost and Ray-Z in 7th place. Some other highlights of course include the second Deer Park incident. The early signs of the Pac-Man uprising in Victoria were clear as Vinegreen got a big upset factor 8 win on Ghost, and new player at the time, Zach, got an upset factor 6 win on Terry Kaz player Shen. Chungi showed why Sora Puff can be devastating in his upset factor 4 win over Deku Meister. Mast's run to 4th was quite a breakout as the Roy took upsets over Corvid, Ray-Z, and Extra in a massive run that tallied a total upset factor of 10 and got him an event high +5 SPR. Kami also had a huge event as the Nest picked up a +4 SPR and upsets over Ghost, Beat, and Deku Meister, which also tallied a total upset factor of 10. Incy was the other big name to pick up a +4 SPR as his prolific run through Beat, Mod, Kami, Mast, and Dura showed why he's one of Vic's best. Super Sunshine Smash 6 was an early indicator that Victoria was producing some dangerous talent in the post-quarantine era. It also showed that as events got bigger, Vic would get stronger and stronger in both their play and their community. The final memory comes from the most recent Super Sunshine Smash, October 2023. If we were still numbering them, then yes, this would be Super Sunshine Smash 21. This one was quite an interesting event. Spring season in Victoria is usually watered down on attendance, and this event was that, but it was also the names attending that made it different. Even just 11 of the 32 players attending were ranked. It was a very different flavour of a Victorian event. Our attention shifts to the loser semis. The set is between Bayonetta main Woodkins and Palutena main Newt. Both players have just come from a very back and forth set that went Game 5, with Woodkins going Game 5 against Meme God, and Newt going Game 5 against Wi-Fi. In recent history, Newt has struggled against Woot, with the record at the time of the set being 4-11 in Woot's favour. Newt won't try Palutena or even Corrin. He goes for something completely different. Pichu. He worked on it hard for this specific set, and the set gets underway. The commentators are doubters, the crowd are doubters, but he consistently finds ways to hold the lead, and he closes it out with a bear. No one picked this. You'll see him turn around here and point to the crowd. Now the mics at the event wouldn't pick up on this, but he said that one's for all the haters. He would then lose game 2 and 3 on Pichu, but that game 1 win gave him breathing room on Palu in game 4 and 5, where he'd clutch up to beat Woot for the first time since EBS 110. The Pichu would have one more venture out when he was down 2-0 in the losers finals against Zax Kasia. It wouldn't win, but it was there. What our final story shows is never count out funny weird counter picks, even if they lose almost every game they're picked in. All these stories are great to look back on, but what does it all mean? Why is Super Sunshine a cut above the rest when every event can produce tales and have their own brand? I said earlier that Super Sunshine really is the cornerstone of post-quarantine Smash in Vic. I truly mean that. It's an event that's really helped refine some of Vic's best up-and-comers in the post-quarantine era, and even as events have come and gone, it stands tall as the group of 5 main events in Victoria remain. More than any other Victorian event, however, Super Sunshine has always looked for more ways to bring in those who just want to give Smash a try. From the January event, where new players were encouraged to come, and old players were encouraged to play doubles with someone new. From changing the post-pools event from an amateur bracket to a ranked ladder that can be played all the way up until the event is done, Mod has always looked to hit that sweet spot of a good competitive bracket to invite in the best players and find ways to make an event appealing for newcomers and the lower level who just want to have some fun. Victoria can often be seen as a beyond sweaty region with how many top Oz players reside there, but at Super Sunshine, it can often go back to Smash in its purest form, just a really good way to get together and have some fun playing the funny party game. That's what Super Sunshine Smash represents. The fun that this game brings. Before I finish up, I would not be doing this event's history justice if I didn't mention an upcoming major being held at the venue. Super Duper Sunshine. This event is happening between February 9th and 11th in 2024. If you can, come through to support the event, as Mod and Marcel have done a lot, not just to get this event up and running, but over the last 5 years for Sunshine Smash and Super Sunshine Smash. They've done a hell of a lot for the scene. It's going to be a great time. But that's going to be a wrap. Hope you enjoyed this one. Drop a like and tell a friend if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.